Let me tell you something about Terence Crawford. This brother's something special. It's a different animal, man.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter that I have seen in recent years, in past years.
From sleeping on gym floors to becoming the most feared boxer on the planet, from the dangerous streets of North Omaha to boxing immortality. This is the story of Terence "Bud" Crawford, the first man in boxing's four-belt era to become undisputed champion in two weight divisions. But Crawford's journey almost never happened, and it took one of the most brutal knockouts in recent memory for the world to finally give him the respect he had earned. The making of a fighter. North Omaha in the 1990s wasn't a place where kids dreamed big. It was survival. Gangs, poverty, and violence shaped the neighborhood, and young Terence Crawford was no exception. He was arrested multiple times as a teenager. He was shot at. He was jumped. And boxing wasn't just a sport. It was preparation for life or death. I've been shot at, jumped, you name it. So what's some dude in gloves gonna do to me that's worse than what I've already been through? But Crawford wasn't just another tough kid in the gym. His trainer, Midge Minor, saw something rare. At 16 years old, Crawford could switch stances mid-combination, seamlessly flowing from orthodox to southpaw. Something fighters train their entire careers to master. His amateur career? Solid, but not spectacular. 58 wins, 12 losses. He wasn't a blue-chip Olympic prospect, but insiders knew there was genius in his violence. In 2008, Crawford turned pro. His debut, a first-round knockout, a sign of what was coming. The undisputed dream. The world wasn't watching yet. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao dominated headlines, but Crawford was quietly tearing through the light welterweight division. 2014 Scotland, Ricky Burns, hostile crowd, huge pressure. Crawford didn't just win, he dominated every round. Crawford, post-fight. I told everybody before I came here, I'm taking that belt back to Omaha, and he was just getting started. Victor Postol, an undefeated WBC champion. Experts said he was Crawford's toughest test. Crawford outclassed him so badly that Postol's corner nearly threw in the towel. Then came Julius Indongo. 2 belts on the line. In just 3 rounds, Crawford demolished him, becoming undisputed light welterweight champion of the world. At 29 years old, Terence Crawford was the king, but the story wasn't finished. The welterweight struggle. Crawford moved up to welterweight, the land of legends. Mayweather, De La Hoya, Trinidad. This was where legacies were made, but politics stood in his way. Signed with top rank, Crawford was cut off from most of the division's biggest names who fought under a rival promotion. So he took whoever he could. Jeff Horn, destroyed. Amir Khan, stopped after a vicious shot left Khan unable to continue. Egidijus Kavaliauskas, knocked out with surgical precision, but the critics kept asking, who has Crawford really beaten? Crawford, press conference, frustrated. They keep moving the goalposts. First, they said I couldn't sell tickets. Then, they said I hadn't fought anybody. Give me Spence, give me anybody, and watch what happens. The Spence showdown. July 29, 2023, Las Vegas. Finally, the fight the world had waited for. Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., undefeated versus undefeated. Titles on the line, legacy on the line. Most experts favored Spence. Younger, stronger resume. Crawford was doubted again, but from the opening bell, it was clear. Crawford's timing, his patience, his precision, Spence couldn't solve it. Round 7. Crawford switched to southpaw mid-combination and landed a crushing uppercut that rocked Spence across the ring. Moments later, Spence hit the canvas for the first time in his career. The crowd exploded. Crawford smelled blood. 2 more knockdowns followed in the same round. By round 10, it was over. Crawford scored a final knockdown, and the referee stopped it. Crawford, post-fight interview, Showtime. I've been trying to tell y'all for years. Now you see. Legacy and what's next. With that win, Terence Crawford became the first man in the four-belt era to hold undisputed championships in 2 divisions. 40 fights, 40 wins, 31 knockouts, never knocked down, never broken. From the streets of Omaha to the pinnacle of world boxing, Crawford proved that greatness isn't given. It's earned in blood, sweat, and patience, and he's not done yet. Crawford has his eyes on Canelo Alvarez and a move up to 154 pounds. Even now at 36, his hunger is undiminished. Terence "Bud" Crawford, from survival to supremacy, from the streets to undisputed greatness. This is how legends are made.